What's the sound of a thing? Here's the sound of a
Alright, now let's use your water. Now I can start streaming after I get me some of this cheap ass soda that somebody gave me. I don't even know where this is from. Nice. Nice soda? What is nice from? Nice. It's oh, it's Walgreens. Wait, actually, if I'm just filling my drink, let me go live so we get through the ads, whatever.
Hi!
I guess this is Walgreens soda somebody gave me.
He can't hear me, can he? Hey everyone!
Okay, bro. Hi, Lucky. Man.
Hey everyone, I'm Surreal Canine.
Floof.
It's not Floof.
It's called Floof.
Floof. Playing MaGMML 3, or we're going to once Fox is done setting up. In the meantime, you have me, and I don't know how long it took exactly, but I hiked like 6 miles yesterday, and my legs are still hurting. So,
it's just soda, you do.
Yeah. Also, I got sunburned in a couple places.
It's just soda, you do.
It's the thing that happens. I just don't tan, ever.
I have a feeling the puppies came from that dog that was constantly trying to get in the fence. No, you don't. Hey, get over here. Don't you steal paper towels.
Luna, what are you doing, puppy? Go such a puppy. A puppy.
Looking dog that's going to run around this. And the one that looks like it has mange all the time because she has allergies, like Mario had. And Floof has, right, Floof?
Floof.
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 Not gonna say anything. Of course you're not. Oh, it didn't even go live. Why didn't it go live? I've been talking like I'm. Excuse me.
Because reasons.
Jeez, OBS, please.
Anyway, video game. That's what we're doing. We're doing video game, and you can't stop me. Ha ha ha. So then I have to say, it's crazy town. All of your face. I don't know. Played a whole bunch of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon today. Rescue Team DX. It's a nice little thing. I got a Delcatty and Golduck duo that is just tearing everything apart. Except Kyogre. Kyogre I almost lost to, because,
Alright. There. It actually went live. Good. Now, we can start kind of...
Yep. Hi!
Hey. There we go. I tried to start a little earlier just for the get rid of the ads. But
it says the ads are gonna start in like half a minute.
That says that again. Yes, I know the ads are dumb. They're supposed to start like with right away, but Twitch delays them for some reason.
I don't even see the ads myself because I'm a subscriber. Ha 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 ha.
That's what other people should do too.
Yes, please subscribe to Fox.
Wahoo!
Woohoo! Alright, so...
Discord quests. I could care less. You're just trying to entice me to get Nitro, which... Okay, dude. The ads haven't started yet. Excuse me.
It's a thing.
What? But you said 30 seconds. It's been more than 30 seconds.
Yeah.
This is like waiting for the food I was waiting for today. Like, it'll be a minute. It'll be a minute. It'll be a minute. 45 minutes later. It'll be a minute. It's like, I'm gone. Like, I get it because I worked at a restaurant, but it's still like, just give me an actual like time. Although I also know that front of house doesn't always know everything that's going on, which is sad, but it's just something that happens.
Dude.
We started replaying Elden Ring because it's been forever and I want to play the DLC since I beat Neo 2 on my own.
It's the Dark Souls of Dark Souls.
Yes! Stupid article. With Elden Ring DLCs, it injects Dark Souls into Elden Ring. Like, what? What? It's a Souls board! That's exactly what? Video game journalism. Or maybe, I mean, AI at least isn't that dumb. Alrighty, so yeah, we're gonna do MaGMML here.
Are you saying AI game journalism and articles would be an improvement?
It'd be hard to tell the difference sometimes. It could probably beat the tutorial level. It doesn't even. Did the ads even go? They must have.
It says they're going.
Oh, it doesn't say it on my end. Good job, Twitch. I'm trying to make sure like I can control this stuff. Can you please, Twitch? All right. Wait, no, mute the tab. Thank you. Here we go. Go away, Cursor Chan. Whoop. Quit starting that on the wrong screen.
There we go. We're a thing. Hi, everybody. I'm a thing. I have a Roo, and he does not.
It would take a lot more work to make a Bastard Ruby.
Yes. It would be a very stripy Roo.
A very stripy white Ruby, yes. Or blue and white, either way, but... Oh. Chemical industry. Hey, I didn't want to go in there. We've already done this level. Like a wererui. Would a wererui just like explode into form?
Yeah, I guess. Skull Sands Megatail 4!
It's a 25% penalty, so maybe this won't be too bad. Oh, jeez.
What? What? What?
What? Is this supposed to be like...
Bullet hell.
I guess? Oh.
Bye!
I didn't even realize that... Wow, that's a lot of damage! Holy crap, that deals a lot of damage!
At least it's not doing damage with every single frame of contact.
Like some of the Elden Ring dogs used to do.
Oh, yeah. Oh, these are shield attackers, aren't they?
Yeah.
Look at me! Oh no, it's Sans Joe.
What is with this? That wasn't even real. What is with? What is with this remix? It's kind of something. Stop that! Ow! It's a puzzle level. Is he gonna respawn? Okay, so we can't actually.
Rush coil?
Darn it! These things do way too much damage. This is gonna be a pain in the butt.
This is a little ridiculous, yeah.
The funny thing is, this is taking me more attempts to beat than it took to beat Sans. I used the bad time simulator, which is the actual Sans fight, and I was like, let's see what I can do. And I beat him fairly quickly, which is... I blame Toho and the Bullet Hell shooter experience for that.
Well, the thing is, the Sans fight is mostly a platform game.
I mean, yeah. Gababa!
Ugh. Ugh. Get something in my eye. Ugh.
Ow, 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 ow,
Go!
ow.
Go, go, go!
Don't jump again. There is a way to add custom sounds, I just don't know if it will. Don't... You can't kill enemies with that. Stop that. Cut that out. Ah! Oh, I'm the one alive.
Yeah, smiley face. Oh good, checkpoint.
Music needs to be louder. Oh. Oh, get it! What in the heck is even going on with this level? This is
really bad.
There's no skip gate for it. This is kind of really bad, yes. Like, okay, it's a Megalovania thing. Okay, there's skulls in the background. I'm guessing that are supposed to... Ah!
Yeah.
Stop! Stop it! You need to stop! Oh! I'm stuck! I got clipped between them and stuck! Oh!
That thing's gonna shoot as soon as you get in its... No? You need to... Yeah, or do that.
It's really hard to avoid this stuff.
I can imagine.
I think this is designed so you can avoid most of this. I think it needs a little more testing. Again, I don't think you can avoid some of this stuff.
Watch out. Okay.
Ow.
Really?
The amount of damage these things do is ridiculous. What?
What? Oh, you're supposed to go under.
I guess. What?
I have no idea what hit you.
What?
This stage is awful.
You're not. Oh, great! Again! It's so hard to avoid any of this stuff. We got all the tokens.
Yep.
Damn it! Ugh! This level's driving me nuts. Like a pirate with a steering wheel in his pants. Ah ha ha, there's the Sans joke.
Whoops.
What? Oh.
Yeah, I thought that would work. It didn't.
Bye.
Well, there's a boss door, hopefully.
As long as we don't have the actual Sans fight put in here. Sans. Oh.
Yeah, it's Sans. I don't know, I use laser trident on him or something. This is kind of overkill.
It is way overkill. What the hell? It's hard to know where anything's gonna go. What the hell was that just now?
What was
Did
what?
Oh, did you have your like weapon bar open or something? Because
Yeah.
there was like a bunch of like weird that just happened on my screen. Buster onlying this is going to suck.
Yeah. Skull Sans Mega Tailful. How did this get any kind of fun score?
I don't know. And that's with the penalty? Why? What?
Not gonna lie, that name did not give positive expectations. However, where I expected dumb Megalovania memes and was instead a genuine attempt at a Sans level, so hey, I'm impressed there. The enemy set definitely forms a core of this place, for better or worse. The exclamation and ellipses enemies are the prominent ones, and my only issue is that I wish there was a hint of which type was spawning. The Gaster Blasters are just all around great with their placement's rewarding, strong observational skills, and Sans Joe is a lot more interesting than regular Skeleton Joes, and he gets some creative setups with a diamond token and level ending. That being said, their movement blocker needs some kind of visual. It looks and feels like a glitch right now, even though it's not. The biggest letdown was Sans Met. There's only one of him, and he's not hard to kill before he attacks, so I really wonder why he was there. As far as the level itself, it's definitely not an easy one. It took a lot of practice to get a no-death, no-tanks run, but it's completely doable, especially with the heals at the checkpoints. It also has a decent difficulty curve, though dodging the first shields or toga heroes feels harder than any later instance, even after I practice. Beyond that, having the layout be so obviously Skullman's is a bit of a negative on creativity. Not to say this isn't creative, far from it, but I can't call it fully original when this much is a direct rip from Mega Man 4. The level still ends on a high note, though. Skull Sans himself is fast, frantic, fun, and ultimately a lot more fair than the original Sans, which I suppose makes sense. You're not a genocidal murder child here. He's probably the best part of the level, and what's before him is no slouch. Well, there are definitely some issues in here. This was overall an excellent challenge and a fine example of a hard level. I was prepared for another full-on meme level the moment I saw this stage's name. Lo and behold, it's actually a legitimate stage that plays its gimmicks fairly straight. Aside from said gimmicks, one of the main things that stuck out for me with the stage's difficulty. It's actually not quite as hard as I thought it would be given the source material. Everything has a pretty clear introduction here, and the level structure even gives you some hints to avoid being blindsided by the Gaster Blasters. Granted, it's still possible to miss out on a few of these, like the first Skeleton Joe's warp ability, or the preview of the of the Gaster Blaster immediately afterwards, if you don't go for the small health items. I would say this is my biggest gripe with the level, but I actually ended up having more issues with some of the enemy spawner placements. I found myself getting hit frequently while standing in the safe zones in between some of the spawners, which made getting past them a bit finicky. It's definitely possible to get through without taking damage, but it's a very precise process. Despite that one issue, however, I wouldn't say the stage gets too out of hand unless you're going for the tokens. This is where the level goes from tough but manageable to very punishing. The third token in particular is pretty bad, mostly due to enemy spawner and Skeleton Joe placements making everything way too hectic during the backtrack out of the room. Thankfully, the rest of the main stage isn't anywhere near as chaotic, and frustration is alleviated thanks to full health refills being at every checkpoint. The boss, meanwhile, is a bit of a gray area somewhere in between. I wouldn't say he's overwhelming, but he definitely takes some time to get used to if you're buster dueling him. That said, Spark Chaser almost completely shuts him down, since it's not only his weakness, but also destroys the tiny shield attackers he summons. So in essence, the fight is only as much of a problem as you're willing to make it. Overall, though, I think it's a pretty good attempt at Mega Man-izing some aspects of the Sans fight. Very nice job with this one. Humorous destitute. That was certainly a bizarre stage, but it's certainly not bad. Never have played Undertale, so some of the reference may be lost on me here, but I am quite aware of the Sans character and its meme glory. The enemies are certainly quite interesting, if you can call them enemies. They're more of glorified stage obstacles in the form of spawners that the spawnees travel through only a few tiles before getting despawned. Pretty unique, that. Some jumps can feel a bit too tight at times, though, where Mega Man would most likely get hit by one of the spawner enemies. Maybe if the spawn rate were a bit slower. In one section, you are upside down. You can rush coil back to the previous screen, then fall into the section above from the underside. Obviously not intentional, as things can get a bit wacky. The Sans Joes, the concept is neat with how they prevent you from moving past them, making the players have to find their way around the terrains to dispose of them, though that aspect can also be rather awkward in some layouts. Together with their behavior of reacting to your buster shots that can cause them to throw several bones at once, things can get hectic. Skull Sans is a fast-paced and incredibly fun boss fight. It likes to play with your gravity, and Skull Sans himself likes to teleport from side to side to throw you off, but as long as you keep calm and react to the attacks, it's a satisfying fight. The sprites are also nicely done and well animated. As a Skullman remake, this delivers everything I want. I like how the bones of the original are preserved. Yet the challenges are revamped to be almost unrecognizable. Same overall layout, different specifics on each screen. Fresh colors on familiar tiles, miniature shield attackers, updated Skeleton Joes, and weaponized background decorations mix nicely with tricky new gimmicks and a wild boss fight. Good choice of sound effects, too. As an Undertale crossover, key elements of the original fights with Sans are present and accounted for. Endless streams of things to dodge, laser shooting skulls, gravity flipping, and lots of bones. I both like moving platforms and more of the meta-gaming elements that make the fight so unique. I like the quirky music remix and how it seamlessly transitions into boss music. Indeed, the boss feels like an extension of the rest of the level, which appropriately makes the whole level feel like a drawn-out boss fight. However, the design lacks elegance, and a sudden and unfair difficulty feels like a misguided stab at authenticity. Challenge progression is all over the place, and the level expects the player to be an expert from the get-go. I mean, Sans does open with his strongest attack. Special weapons are practically mandatory to avoid damage. And Break Dash demolishes half the level. Invisible force fields are an incomprehensible cheap shot. They need a more careful introduction. Tiles missing behind the boss gates, lasers persisting after a boss dies, and other little problems also hold the level back. When judging began, I couldn't appreciate any references to Undertale because I hadn't played it. This is one of the levels that prompted me to give the game a spin. Not an in the know, my opinion is largely the same as it was initially. This level was a mess, yet I enjoy it anyhow. I could quote an Undertale meme here, but I never really bothered with the genocide route, so eh. And in full disclosure, despite being a furry, at the time of judging, I had not really put much time into Toby Fox's stuff, so many references from them went over my head. Another remake stage. Way more literally, this entire stage map is just Skullmans with new enemies and gimmicks. But it's amazing how much those new enemies and gimmicks change how the stage feels to play. I'm not just playing Skullman stage with a few enemy swaps, or Skullman stage at worse. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Luna being a weirdo.
Puppy. This is a new level. This has a new identity. Puppy. It's a stage... It's a stage to itself that took a chance to use Skullman's layout and against the odds defy them. This isn't Skullman's stage. It's Sans's. Aww. You're such a doofy puppy, Luna. I don't recommend anyone trying this for future contests. This is incredibly hard to pull off.
I think she's wondering where those puppies that randomly appeared in the backyard went. They're like a couple doors down. You'll see them again sometime, probably.
The first time I encountered a stage, I had a bad first impression, or rather, Yep, I initially experienced this by proxy. So Loyana, who had played Undertale to completion, couldn't figure out what was going on. I, who hadn't at the time, certainly couldn't figure it out. It seemed cheap, and we were getting frustrated. We'd already gone through several annoying stages that day, and this just seemed like another one of those things. We came into it tired.
Stop.
We figured it just wasn't fair on the level and left my notes a placeholder score and planned to come back to it another day. Folks, this is an example of why you need to take your time with these things.
Stop. Luna, please.
And when I finally got to play the level myself, my opinion pretty much flipped. This is actually a pretty decent level. It does have issues, but let's see the obvious positives. Those are some cool enemies. Combined the Sansjo as both enemy and stage gimmick is an inspired touch. Thanks, Luna.
I caught the controller after she knocked it down, so at least there's that.
And the former background elements, the large dinosaur skulls, take vengeance. They aren't cheap, they blend in, but for the most part you don't encounter these guys in the midst of battle, so you have time to look at your surroundings. They also have pretty good tell when they activate, at least for the horizontal ones. Dodging by reaction is fairly reasonable. The enemy spawners provide some hard but fair timing challenges. Being able to kill most of them with a buster and in a pinch use weapons against the others helps if the player isn't able to reliably manage it. The biggest issue with this stage in general is the visuals. Sure, it's a pretty ugly recolor of Skullman, but that's not what I mean. The hitboxes all seem off. The gravity flip never seems to quite trigger when you expect it. Just how close can you stand next to the spawners? But as cool as the Sansjo is, he's also my biggest problem with this stage. There's enough confusion when you run into him the first time. In the heat of battle, it's often way too difficult until you've gotten close to the guy, and the sound effects is just too generic to cue you in by itself. This often leads to being comboed into oblivion, or dying if you accidentally spawn one by backtracking and suddenly no longer finding a safe platform in your way. The confusion could have been greatly mitigated by means of an additional visual effect, even if it's just a burst of energy or something to show you're being pushed back. The fight against Sans. Sans? The fight against Sans is the highlight of the stage. A hectic looking fight that has clearly had a lot of thought put into it. Other than a potentially cheap hit at the start of the fight, he has good tells, and once you grok how he works, he's fun. Good job with this guy. Even like this fight enough to come back and no damage buster it. With better visuals and tells, I might have had a more positive first experience. It is a little hard to tell what's going on, even on replays. The easier your mechanics and hitboxes are to tell, the better. As it stands, this is still a pretty good level, even if a bit difficult.
Oh, kathunk.
No, it's my keyboard. Yeah, this tree's making it go nuts. Just think about how high it goes. I want to climb to the top. Solar
Inferno.
Important. Read me. Uh-oh. This all this background graphics and custom flashbang effects are very likely to cause eye strain. One judge got a headache after playing the level, just barely avoid disqualification for health reasons. You can see the graphics and test the flashbang effect in the room on the right. We turned it down as best you could, but if you feel uncomfortable, please go left for the element and tokens.
Too hard for most players.
There's instant death everywhere and a lack of checkpoints. Oh, and the flashbang gimmick makes the sheep blocks tougher than they'd otherwise be. If you excuse me, I need to take my eye drops.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I don't see anything particularly bad here. It's fine. Let's try it.
They toned it down, though, so...
Yeah.
What?
Up.
Up here?
Up here. Yeah, I think up there.
How are you... No...
That's silly. Ow. At least it's not instant death. Go! Ice wall?
Maybe?
Yep.
Thank you, Lag! That was... Yes, just run! Oops. Just run down the pit, sure. I guess it's a good thing they put the skip gate right near the beginning.
Bold move to start the player off inside the skip gate. They must have really hated this level. Ow.
I think this is too bad. I think it's... I mean, but I don't have motion sickness, so...
Me either. Yeah, like, I see nothing. Whoops. Like, all it really does is lag the heck out of Parsec.
What?
Ice wall? Nope. Drop a spark chaser on it, or... Oh, wow! That's cool!
Yeah. Pretty good use of that. I'm wary of all those cracks in the floor now.
It doesn't seem like this stage uses them as gaps.
Which is good.
Yeah, alright.
Luna, what are you doing?
Luna puppy.
She just yapped for no reason.
Oh my gosh, puppy. You're such a puppy.
Hoy! Well, I don't know if we'll have a Hoy Tem level, but we'll see.
Hoy! I'm
Oh.
Tenny. Here we go. Okay, to the right. Huh? Oh, this is not gonna go well, is it? Alright, well, I can see which
We need
way
to
we, sort of which way we need to
avoid
go.
the yellow.
Avoid the yellow. Ugh.
I
Got
got
it.
it. Whoa!
Ride. Yeah, ride an ice wall. That's what I think. Night. Ah, dang it. Okay, I'll wait for you. Yes! Nice. That's not real lava.
Oh, okay. That is.
Yes. Yeah, like, if you're fine with the visuals, there's just nothing wrong with this stage. It is a good level.
Toasty tiger here, jeez. Orange! Oh boy! Oh!
Ooh. That one's a little hard to shoot. The only disqualified level yet, can't say we have, Amatsu. If it's disqualified, it wouldn't have made it into the compilation, right?
The only disqualified level? What? But... Oh, this is awful placement of these dudes. Huh? What? Oh.
They're like, gotta wait for
It's
it.
just- they
They close. They do. Like, I saw them closing before.
Mm-mm.
Okay, yeah, I guess you can't,
I mean, I'm not gonna redo the entire checkpoint just because of that. Ah!
Those things sure can yeet.
Thing I've been playing Elden Ring, I guess.
Whoa.
Oh, this.
Well, this is a little. Oh, I see it. Hit the blue.
Oh. Oh! Why?
Whoa.
No, suddenly those kill you. Oh, it's they suddenly kill you in a hit. Okay.
Ugh. Over here.
Dingus! Ah!
No!
That is awful. This is exactly what I had to
Wow.
skip gate.
Okay. Oops.
Luna, don't be digging right now.
Sorry. Okay, it was over here.
I don't know what's going on. Okay. Well, I'm dead.
Oh, that was not correct.
That's one way to guarantee that.
What the heck? Okay, this is a little unreasonable.
Just a little. It's just a little unreasonable.
Also, that looks like kind of a rude jump. What? Can you tornado blow it?
I am not going to die here. Screw you.
Yeah. Whoa.
That is just vile.
Mr. Bright?
Why do you have 2 health bars? Why do you have 2 health bars? Isn't this a little ridiculous?
Rude.
What kind of crap boss is this?
Alright, skip time.
I mean, I'm still gonna try to beat the boss, but we need to find some way to actually hit it. Because that is like, what? How did this get... Okay, the where's the sands level? Bring it back. Does he have a weakness? If he doesn't have a weakness, this is going to be really dumb. Oh, it's electric.
What?
What memes? Why?
I didn't even catch what he said.
I don't know. I don't know either. This is just genuinely awful. Why does it take so long to kill this boss? This is
Too
just
much
genuinely
ambition.
awful. This is not Nobunaga. I've already beaten him in both Neo games multiple times, so... That was awful! What the hell? It wasn't so bad at first, but then the sheep block segment and then this boss was just awful. Well, we did it anyways.
We did it anyways.
Scores 0.
Gotta say, warping into a giant room of solar flames is one heck of a first impression. Considering fire levels tend to be a dime a dozen, a unique first impression can be useful. Fortunately, the level mixes this impression with a strong enemy set. Sola O makes an excellent turret, and I appreciate how it gets used to keep players from rushing into lava. The fire tones, particularly the sudden tall boys, are hilarious. The flashbang chankies are fun little toys that enhance the level design, and the hotheads, while less memorable, made excellent bombardment threats while trying to work through the level. Sadly, the gimmick usage has a lot of flaws. The sheep block section is alright in concept, but in practice it is utter suffering if you can't read the room fast enough, never mind color blindness issues. The lack of checkpoints also doesn't help. Any death between the sheep blocks and the boss forces you to redo that whole thing, and even considering I could...
I'm sorry, Mishka. I'm sorry.
Even considering I could read the sheep blocks fast enough to ace that section.
Tonight, but that's my own fault. Come here. You going? Hold on. Yes, I know, I'm sorry. Hold on, let me...
Redoing it all is really not fun. The huge firewalls have overall better design than the sheep blocks, but they're also royally laggy when they drown the entire room, which doesn't reflect well. Most importantly, while I generally like the flashbangs, combined with the level's heavy animation, they are an assault on the eyes. Even with dev team modifications to the visuals, it's still a health risk. And while it's true that even professionals can struggle with this, proper playtesting should have been enough to catch and fix things. I count myself thankful I was able to play without issues, but the literally painful visuals were a ding on fun, aesthetics, and functionality. For that matter, while the level was fun enough besides the last segment, I did not enjoy the boss at all. Mr. Bright is entirely too long to fight for his own good, and Terry Crew's double sun power was similarly hard on the eyes. Overall, there's potential here, and I ultimately enjoyed most of what this presented. I'm also certain I'm an outlier here, as there's a lot...
when they say you scared the piss out of somebody.
Oh no!
It kind of happened literally with Mishka.
Oh, poor pupper.
This big old wet spot. She was just not paying attention, and I spooked her and she peed.
I'm sorry, Mishka. Now I gotta wash my bedding so I can sleep tonight.
There's a lot to this level that can render it unplayable for folks, and I scored accordingly. Don't be surprised if other judges have harsher reviews than I do, and there is no way this isn't getting a skip. As far as fire-themed levels go, this is certainly one of the more memorable ones I've come across, but not exactly for the right reasons, unfortunately. Let's get the biggest and most glaring issue out of the way first. This stage hurts to look at, and it's mostly due to the main gimmick.
I'm sorry, Mishka! Would you man, I know, puppy, I know. I scared the piss out of you, literally. Come on.
Putting the player in a situation where they can't see anything for a few seconds is one thing, but considering how dangerous the rest of the level is, given that you're always surrounded by almost always surrounded by other hazards, some of which are instant death, basically it forces you to sit there and wait out the effect. Granted, you could try to ignore the tackle fires that cause it, but that only really works up until the second half of the stage. It's kind of a shame since the first half actually did have some well-structured challenges. Screen flashing aside, it was at least shaping up to be a decent level, and then the sheep man.
Don't get mad at Mishka for peeing on the bed. That was because I scared her so bad.
Specifically the ones in the long vertical segment. This is easily the most frustrating part of the stage, since now you have little to no control over when the flashing effect goes off. Sure, you can try to get rid of the napalm fires with water shield, but hitting them from almost a full screen's length away is more trial and error than anything. There's also no checkpoints in the last half until you reach the boss, meaning if you die, you need to repeat the vertical section all over again. This gets tedious very quickly. It also highlights another major issue with this stage, in that nearly every major challenge involves waiting for something. Personally, I'd be fine with this if it were just one thing that didn't last so long, but the stage definitely goes overboard with it. And lastly, it ends with a boss that unfortunately shares an attitude of tedium. He spends far too much time either invincible or out of your reach, making Buster-only duels a lot more trouble than they're worth. If it weren't for his huge weakness to magnetic shockwave, the fight would be pretty close to unbearable. Apparently magnetic shockwave is his weakness. At the end of all, I really wish I could like this stage more. It has the potential to be good, and not to mention it has some really memorable visual elements to it, but in its current state it's just a slog to play through. Do not look into the sun! What happened during the design process for this entry? Starts out like what you'd expect for a fire-themed level, plenty of familiar fire enemies and gimmicks and enemies. Surprisingly, the lava spurts don't actually instant kill you either. Sounds innocent enough, so what's the problem here? The Chankeys that proceed to flashbang the screen if they get killed by any non-weapony means. That's right, that includes them colliding with the fire traps. There are several rooms where there's a Chanky spawner surrounded by fire traps, creating this lovely constant orange flashbang effect. It does sound bad enough, wait till the second half. Oh man. That final section. Why would you do this? Getting constantly flashbanged as soon as you enter the room where the information vital to survivability, that being the clutter of sheepman blocks and spikes, is immediately hidden away and continues to be hidden for as long as the fire traps are active and can only be gotten rid of with your limited use of Tornado Blow? That is just straight up unfair. No checkpoints after the horrendous flashbang rooms either. You have to go through a long stretch of bottomless pits with things constantly trying to knock you off into them, forcing you to redo the long spikefall and flashbang screens all over again. A test of patience that I frankly don't possess. And then at the end, you agree with Mr. Shine from Kirby here with multiple health bars, airborne, invulnerable during attacks. Truly makes for a disastrous recipe of a horrendous experience. Seriously. Normally, contest levels are left exactly as submitted unless there's a problem that crosses the line between undesirable and actively detrimental to MaGMML's intended player experience. Before the dev team's intervention, this level was slow to load and almost unplayably laggy. Moreover, the gentle fade to orange when Chanky is destroyed was originally a painful flash of white. More than anything, this level would have benefited from further editing. Everything is already in place to make this a wild success. Superb atmosphere, deliberate challenge arcs, a focused assortment of creatively combined enemies and gimmicks, but practically every good thing keeps going and doesn't quite know when to stop. Overall level length, distance between checkpoints relative to the likelihood of instant death, number of critical objects, ladders, Chanky spawners, hidden in the corner of the screen where they're not readily visible, time spent waiting for blocks to disappear underfoot, and the number of consecutive screens where that matters. Time spent waiting for a chance to hit the boss at the Buster, and the amount of health the boss has. Again and again, the issue is too much. That's a big complaint, but it's really my only one. I appreciate how well every concept is introduced and then repeatedly tested. Surviving to the end truly requires a mastery of the challenges. I love the versatility of undulating lava, the refreshingly original uses of Platman platforms. The tricky, albeit not quite colorblind friendly. Okay.
No, what did you do?
Sheet and block setups. Even the strategy-altering Chanky explosions. Tokens are satisfying to collect. Yep, the level goes overboard in many regards. Even the animation-heavy graphics are right on the edge, but I think they make the level pop. With some practice and a heavy amount of special weapon usage, this is a level I can enjoy despite the stress and exasperation. So this stage is lucky to not be disqualified. It was a close call, so much visual eye strain, but I was able to eventually review the stage, even if it did take me out for the day, so here goes. A perfect example of a stage where the individual elements, barring the boss, are actually pretty fun, but the whole is much less than its parts. Some very minor and easily implemented changes would have smoothed other levels' annoyance. Because any given segment is well designed and fairly original. The final run through with the closing floors and ceilings of water is fire is thrilling, and gosh dang, the sheet block has some really cool segments. The tile set is nicely done, the stage really lives up to its theme, and the boss has some cool patterns, but it all falls apart with those annoyances. Frankly, the boss is no hot stuff, but rather a damp flop of a fight. Oh man, this is an awful final taste in the mouth as you exit the stage. It may have some interesting patterns, but there is no reason at all to make the boss have 2 health bars. And I think it's less than vulnerable doing basically any given attack or action, barring use of Laser Trident, which does a whopping 1 damage. Yay.
No.
With the player waiting 4 eons between times that you can get a shot in, even weakness usage takes forever. And even with the attack where sure he's technically vulnerable, he's out of reach. It's a slow, tedious grind, and weapons don't really make it feel like any less of a slog. But dare I say, I think our sun will have collapsed and all life in the solar system will end before we finish the fight if you go in Buster only. And then there's checkpoint placement. From a screen length stance, they are in perfectly reasonable locations, but there need to be a few more because the stage is just very, very slow going. And because the stage is so slow going, it results in much iteration time between failures and a whole lot of waiting. So much waiting. Waiting for fireways to pass, waiting for an enemy to get out of the way or into position to shoot it so it doesn't blind you, waiting for sheep blocks to despawn. What were fairly interesting sheep block puzzle segments quickly led the way to boredom on even your 3rd pass through. You know that entire tiny segment with sheep blocks after the 2nd checkpoint takes just under a minute? That's almost half the amount of time of one of the early NES stages takes time to complete. And you have the entire climax of the stage following it, a rather hard and intense climax to the stage, and it wants to be fun. Mechanically, I should be having a blast here. Alas, while the stage may not rely on instant death, it's just enough to make single slip-ups feel extra punishing. Good checkpoint placement relies on time spent in an area, not screen length. And then, let's get to the graphics. As I said earlier, this level is eye-straining. There's so much visually going on with the new Chanky enemy blinding the screen. In small distance, it's not too bad. It doesn't really bother you. Sometimes I had to play the stage in spurts. The full run of the state, my eyes hurt. The further I get into the stage, the more I can feel a headache forming. So it's a close call whether or not I could review this stage, but I did, and went to lie down in the dark room immediately afterwards. From what I've heard, the dev team had already toned down the stage's graphics, but I don't think much can be done to do so much further. The stage relies on the blinding gimmick too much, and any more graphical changes would be too extensive. In the end, whilst having a nice aesthetic in theory, it hurts the stage too much to justify giving a high score. So yes, the stage is getting a review rather than being disqualified. At the end of the day, I could play it, barely. I will be advocating for a skip on those grounds alone.
Sheesh. Yeah, that last segment was rough.
Mm-hmm. 95. Hi. Hey-ya! As a fire safety manager around these parts, I must ensure the forest is protected from any fire hazards. Is all thanks to control the rigor of torch jutsu gives me. Ah!
Aren't you a fire hazard? It takes one to know one. Bastion has not set any fires. That is more Susie and
he didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the birds and turning.
Bird before bird became more than bird.
Man.
What?
I don't know.
No, from why am I forgetting his name?
Laszlo, yes.
Laszlo, yes. Not the puppet, but the bird. And not a bird puppet either.
It's not exactly a puppet.
He's a Muppet.
He's a plushie.
No low gravity. I gotta. Oh,
what is this from? I hear it in places, but I have no idea what it's from. Oh wait, this is from one of the X games, isn't it? Like Blizzard Buffalo or something?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Dink. Well, there's a Susie there. Maybe it is time to summon Susie. Oh no, Chillman blocks.
Uh oh.
Aha.
I have not seen the tokens yet.
We will see them eventually. Ow. Nice. Bye. Oh no!
Like magnet rail or something over that because multiplayer. Sweetie, please. I need to be able to see.
Oh.
Oh no. Uh-oh. Kitty massage.
Up there, maybe?
I don't see where any of these are! Horrible! They're both here? Do we have to do this level twice? I hope not. Oh god. I think we're gonna have to maybe do this, or just reset the check. Oh, come on! It didn't even move!
Oops. Why did you reset the stage?
Because we missed the possible way to get a token.
You mean here?
Yes.
I kind of figured it would be a split path. Yeah, this looks like a split path to me. Which means we just...
Immediately annoys the hell out of me that we have to do this level twice.
Nice. Okay, now we reset.
Yep. Time to take the other route. Please don't do the split path thing like that. That is just annoying. Ah,
Squid!
Squid. Oh, come on! Sweetie, please! Okay.
Oops. Oh no.
What? Are we supposed to go forward?
Yes.
What? What? It doesn't work. Okay, let's go to the right this time. Maybe that'll work better. What? Why is there just a death pit there? Ah! Well,
okay. Apparently, Spark Chaser is a bad idea in this level. Oh look, 1-up. Ouch.
Really? Go screw yourself. Come on.
There. I probably should have seen that coming.
Not exactly designed for multiplayer. Nope. To get through this level, what? I don't see a possible way through this level right now. What is going on? I guess we have to go south because that way absolutely breaks the multiplayer, but what? It's just
There.
oh, you did that on
Yeah,
purpose?
that was intentional, yes. Chillman blocks and multiplayer do not mix.
They need to add like an extra 1 or 2 like health to it when you're doing multiplayer.
Yes, I was thinking exactly that. At least the Matsu thought it was funny. Alright, here we are. We did the thing. Who is it? Is it Chillman? Who is that? Oh, I guess you're, Poutine Man? I don't know.
Poutine?
I don't know! I don't remember his name.
Snowflake Man! I don't know. Canada Man? There's not much hockey in Poutine, though.
I mean, there was curling. That's
Curly Man.
Ow.
Oh, he's a dust man. Okay, he's a dust man. So whoa! Remake. Don't jump and move sideways when he shoots the snowflakes. Just jump and stay up. Oh my god. Look, I know Dustman is easy, but there's such a thing as making them, like, too annoying.
That was wild.
A capsule, who can it be? Sweetie! Nope.
Bokazara!
Why does it... That is... Front-facing Bukazara cannot hurt...
Landikari!
What the...
Fleshy routine set. This toy comes with battle chips to use with the Advanced Pet Toy tie-in toy from Tokara. Or something. Boring. Never cared for places like this, to be honest. My home is the world of concrete and gasoline. Popping in a pine forest is like mixing oil and water. On a second thought, maybe this is a way to reach new heights. Yeah, I can see it now!
Think character making a Estelle one-handed with a stick makes me want to make an Estelle Sprite.
Presto! The first bot in the world to run on oil and water at the same time.
Okay then.
Wait, we didn't read the reviews. Poudrin Man. Whatever the heck that is. As an ice level?
What the hell is a Poudrin?
I don't know. Maybe it's French.
Poudrin, man. No, that's more like Spanish. Yes, I don't know. I sound like Yogi Bear doing a bad accent. Yeah. No, I don't know.
As an ice level.
It's funny because I could do the New Orleans accent when I lived there, but I can't on purpose.
As an ice level, this is a start. It's got an appropriate selection of gimmicks. Ice levels should have ice, chill blocks, and ice levels should have ice. Chill blocks are good for platforming. and crystal droppers mesh well with both. The Game Boy icicles were a welcome surprise, and her introduction with Curlinger was clever. As for the enemies, Curlinger has the odd flash of brilliance, like dunking 2 of them in a pit, or dropping one on your head with a few seconds warning. Kawana Ginu is a little more threatening than usual. Crystal Joe fits well with the crystals.
Definition. Diamond dust, frost mist, frost snow, ice crystal, ice needle.
Okay.
Fluffy snow, like ice rain. It's a French term, yes.
It sounded French.
Crystal poutine, man.
Crystal Joe fits well with the crystals, and Susie's a decent option to break up everything else. It's not innovative in any real sense, but it's appropriate. In general, this level can be summed up as not innovative, but appropriate. The level design is functional. Oh, really?
Sweetie does not even react anymore.
The level design is functional, keeping something of a variety going, but it's largely uneventful. The aesthetics are...
Mom, she would have bit me.
The aesthetics are a huge part of that. A mostly purple cave isn't the most interesting visual, and its Blizzard Buffalo remix is a bit too relaxing. I also found the difficulty curve a bit lacking. There is an increase through the level, but I can't say it ever hits a serious peak. All that being said, there was one challenge for an E-Tank that was unexpectedly clever. Realizing I had to jump back from the E-Tank on a bunch of already cracked blocks got a smile out of me. Your biggest design issues are Pudrin Man and the split path. The former is an okay boss fight, but he doesn't have a weakness, and that's really jarring. Split path is a neat concept, but in practice I found the bottom path was poorly implemented. I didn't like needing to die just to get every token in one sitting. Combine that with some glitches, a broken wall and missing ice visuals, and this doesn't pan out the best. It's a nice level for sure, and it plays decently overall enough, but overall, it's only a start. I wasn't really sure what I was getting into when I first saw this level's name. For one, I didn't even know what Pudrin meant until afterward. Turns out it's a French word for snow and ice crystals. With that in mind, I'd say the theming is pretty on point here. As for the level itself, it was alright, I suppose.
Would What's-His-Face recognize what it means?
Raukau? Probably.
Yeah.
The platforming here is relatively standard fare. Aside from 2 particular things, there wasn't much in here that made me think this is bad. At the same time, however, there were very few moments when I was actually invested in the stage. Some of the setups demand careful timing on the player's... Careful timing on the player's behalf, such as the ice block and crystal generator segment, along with the final stretch before the boss, but for the most part, a lot of the room layouts don't really require a whole lot of thought to get through. They're not necessarily badly designed sections per se, just rather bland. What I do find bad, however, are the split paths. My problem with them isn't so much their design, but rather it's the fact that both of the paths contain tokens. That means if you want to get everything in one playthrough, you need to collect a token on one route, intentionally die or retry, then go for the other one. Well, perhaps not that big of a deal in the long run. It did make me wish both of these paths had been restructured into one linear route. Now, aside, the only other issue I had with this level was near the beginning, where I managed to slide through one of the wall tiles and fell to my death.
Hey, that's what happened to you, kind of.
I screen transitioned through a chill man block.
Yep. That would have happened if you slid there, too, I bet.
As for the end boss, well, I'm actually glad that Pudrin Man actually shows up. His fight is a bit lackluster. His attack patterns are very basic and easy to avoid, with a slight exception of that icicle shockwave. Depending on how close he is when he uses it, at least. Aside from that one attack, there's only 2 other notable things about him. The first is that he doesn't seem to have a weakness, and the second being his somewhat high contact damage. He's the only reason Pudrin Man has the potential to be difficult, as opposed to almost everything he actually does in the fight, so... With that in mind, can't really say I was a fan of his battle or most of his stage, unfortunately. Now, small crystals of ice. Palette is quite monotone, and combined with the music being a rather dull loop, makes the stage overall not really that pleasant to play through. Even outside of the aesthetics, the stage is pretty average as far as ice-themed stages go. Standard icy physics shenanigans, chill blocks used in ways you'd expect. There are some crystal droppers, I guess. Not really any huge problem spots, but There aren't really any remarkable spots either, just an overall average stage. Boss is a little similar to the Chillman fight in the sense that you want to keep away from his high contact damage while dodging with the slippery floor. At least he doesn't freeze you in place. He also boasts his own desperation attack in the form of an ice wave attack. I like that you can dodge according to the animation he fires, which determines the shape the shots are going to split into. This unassuming level doesn't leave a strong impression on me. I think it's a combination of graphics, which look nice but could use more color and texture contrast, challenge progression, slow start, and a little jumbled in difficulty, and challenge composition, perfectly acceptable but not remarkably different from Crystal Man and Chillman. A somber music, subdued color scheme, and patience-oriented gimmicks and enemies collectively encourage the player to take it slow. That's the idea of what it plays. The challenges seem to be built with an observe then act mentality, which I very much appreciate. I especially like the 2 chill blocks of Susie's patrolling overhead. The E-Tank puzzle, the token hidden in the dirt, and the sneaky icicle right before the boss door. However, impatience is also viable, and it kind of wrecks the level. Bypassing one challenge with the Rush Coil allows the player to completely miss a checkpoint, for example, which also ties into some oddities with the architecture and level layout. For instance, there's a lot of wasted space in the opening stretch, ending with a brief split path that allows you to avoid a non-threatening curlinger. Nothing about the design is ever terrible, but it doesn't always seem like all the components are necessary, or like the split paths go where one would expect them to. The boss fight is pretty solid. Putrid Man may not have an especially distinctive visual design, but his attack pattern is the right balance of tricky and learnable. I only wish his desperation attack would kick in at half or quarter health rather than maybe one hit before death if he feels like it. A noteworthy special weapon vulnerability would also be nice. If nothing else, I learned that Putrid needs small crystals of ice. Yay, edutainment! You can tell the level has quite a bit of thought put into the design of the challenges and difficulty that the player is expected to face. The level has a pretty spot-on difficulty curve, though the intro is a little slow. The Chill Man blocks are the highlight of the stage, with a variety of platforming challenges and enemies that complement the setups. The Room with the Red Token was particularly good. However, there are a few issues that heavily let it down. For all the care put into the gameplay, since the level architecture has some very rough spots, the direction to go in some rooms is quite unclear. It could lead to you dying in a dead end, and often will lead to skipping a checkpoint entirely, something we did. In the room where the 2 paths combine, there is no indication there is no transition to the left, and attempting that leads to certain death. This leads nicely onto the second issue. Checkpoint placement is bizarre. One of the checkpoints can be activated before progressing through the room's puzzles. The next one can be easily skipped, and there isn't another one until the boss. This makes the latter half of the stage very punishing, as by definition your gimmicks involve a lot of instant death. Putrid Man ends the stage on a low note. The boss fight has a high damage output, along with a physics-based attack pattern that is hard to grasp on your first 2 attempts. A plus-shaped optical spread was very hard to dodge consistently. The Ice Wave has no tells, and depending on positioning, he's almost impossible to avoid because of the speed he approaches you. It is also so rare that you never expect it. Crystal Tower.
Crystal Tower. 3 tokens.
Uh-oh, motion sickness, man. This level features an animation gimmick where the entire stage animates at once. It includes the enemies and item drops. Some judges experienced eye strain and determined a change could be made. He tried to slow down the animation, but it didn't look right, so he added an option to disable the effect altogether. Shoot the switch on the left to toggle the effect on and off.
Let's see what it's like initially. What? It'll blend in. Oh no, it's a Metroidvania stage.
And it crashed. Way to go, game.
What? Well, there's no skip for that level.
We can try to turn it on.
Maybe we should, and it'll stop whatever the heck that crash was.
One can hope. Otherwise, yeah, we're gonna have to report that.
Otherwise, we won't be able to beat the game. Yeah.
Are you? Is it back up?
It's back up.
Connecting.
I set it so you can join without waiting for me, but I guess it just doesn't do that.
It doesn't do that.
Are we gonna work this time? Hopefully.
Alright, if it crashes again, Fox, let me just let it hang there so I can read the error message, and I'll post it in the chat for Amatsu.
Alright. Me and you blood testing this game like crazy, eh? Alright, let's turn that off and maybe it'll not crash this time. I think those gates were supposed to open. Ah!
Wow, load times, what the heck?
Stop! Is it just automatically teleporting us? Let's just get off the teleporter then, I guess. I'm thinking those gates were supposed to, like, open and they didn't have collision? Maybe? Okay.
Oh, we're stuck facing left. Immune. It's immune. We need to find a gate that makes us turn right, I think.
This is going to be extremely
Here's
annoying.
one. Crash!
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me screenshot this real quick.
That's what I just did.
Okay. Alright, well, is that the end of the stream until we get a version update?
I can see if it does it on single player. I mean, let's see if it does it, if it's just multiplayer specific, so we can iron it down. What's the name of the level again? It was something...
Crystal Tower.
Alright, let's see if it does this with just one player.
Mm-hmm.
It might be a multiplayer issue.
Alright. Reconnecting.
Well, let's see... Oh wait, the game hasn't started yet. I shouldn't have accepted that. It's not working yet. Alright, well, disconnect again, I'll restart.
Okay.
Oh, that's such an annoying issue. That's Parsec though, so there's nothing Maglo can do about that.
Ready?
Not yet, it takes forever to start. Crystal Tower, right?
I think that's the name of the stage. Ready?
Yeah. I mean, I'll have to beat the stage and then
Yeah, I
back
know.
out and...
I don't want my viewers to completely miss the stage, even if...
Yeah. Hopefully it works, or else we're gonna have to wait for a fix before we keep playing.
Yeah.
I mean, we could play other stages and come back to it, but it's still just...
Alright, 94th place.
Oh. I didn't read the thing. I'll exit out. It is
Crystal Tower by Gelasta. Alright, enjoy. I am here. And the game still thinks you're Susie.
What? How did that happen? I am not Excuse me. Something is glitched out here. How do I fix that? I guess I have to go change costume again?
It probably doesn't... Well, okay.
It's gotta be a glitch with the costume, yeah. So when the game crashes, something just leaves the wrong name there. Who is that even supposed to be? It almost looks like a weird Sigma. Let's see if this works single player. If not, then yeah. I wonder how you're supposed to do that.
I kind of dig the palette cycling, honestly, but... It seems to be working fine in single player.
So yeah, so it's a multiplayer glitch then. And we don't have the map for me to be able to tell. Is this supposed to be like Deadly Towers? This is based on some NES game I played before.
Key up there, huh?
That is so hard to dodge. Yeah, it's multiplayer that's just not working. This level is going to be annoying to get through. I mean, I get you're going for like classic NES look, but man, it's like not the best. It's like Ice Train City.
It might look better with the palette cycling.
The palette cycling is on.
No, it's not.
I didn't turn it off.
You didn't turn it on.
It's not still off. You have to turn it off.
And when it was off, it went from purple to orange to like blue to... How is that off?
It's not off right now.
It is off right now. The colors aren't changing.
The colors never changed for me.
The colors did change.
I don't remember seeing it. I just remember...
I very distinctly remember seeing it.
But why would it be stuck off? Because I never hit the thing to turn it off.
You never hit the thing to turn it on. It's off by default.
It's off by default?
Yes.
It's on by default.
That's also seemed to me to be what Motion Sickness Man was saying, but no, it's off by default.
That's weird.
Yeah, Amatsu agrees. It defaults to off for health reasons.
Wait, I missed a token? I do not want to replay this level. Come on.
It was probably... It might have been behind the W door at the start of the stage.
Maybe, but it's kind of like... Why didn't the alert go off for that then?
Because it's farther in? I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I guess it could be possible that we need the key or something for... Oh, it's right
there.
here.
It is.
Can I get some, like, weapon health, please? And how am I supposed to get up here?
Like that, apparently.
Well, not if I run out of a magnet rail. Huh? Me?
Me!
That's not me.
I am me.
me. Well,
This is
congratulations,
first time.
me. You're not Bastion, that's for sure. I mean, there is more than one Bastion because he keeps splitting himself like a weird amoeba or something, but it's still... Hydra blood, more than one head? Nah, we'll just split in the more. I can't fight this dude without freaking getting hit. That is an awful placement for that. I don't like these Mets either. These
Yeah, I don't like them either. Like, you pretty much have to laser trident them.
I mean, I get what you're going for with the level, but... I mean, the crash is probably not... It's not really... Huh? What? What? Can I go this? What?
Maybe you can't go that way. Oh,
What are the
or
rules?
that.
Stop! What is going
Turn
on?
around! Turn around! You can jump over the big block with rush coil or something.
Screw you, Bastion can use rush.
Oh, right.
What? No, I can't. I'm permanently.
What? Okay then.
How did this level pass muster? It is so glitchy. It is so terribly glitchy. I can't get through it.
Maybe Multi-Man had the day off.
I don't even know. This level is horribly
There
glitchy.
it is. Now you can do the thing.
How did you do backwards? Oh, that was the crystal, I'm guessing.
What?
Wait, how did it... Wait, so the thing below me activated even though I didn't go through it. Wow, this is a glitchy level. Oh, can we please stop? Stop! There's a time and place for everything, but not now.
Yeah, honestly, I kind of dig this level. It's just a shame I can't play it because it crashes.
It's... I mean, I get what you're going for, but it's also kind of, like, annoying.
Yeah, the only part I don't like is those Mets.
I'm back at the beginning?
Try going through the Dr. W door. There you go. Eh?
What?
Oh, what? You have to break the... You have to break the glass before you can even do damage to it. That's kind of rude, actually. Like, what do you think this is? Mother Brain? There's a reason Mother Brain is the most hated boss in Super Mario Bros. X.
Wow, that's a difficulty. Why did it shake the room? What?
It slammed the wall.
I guess. Okay, Sans, can we calm your tits? This is definitely an escalation of difficulty on the boss. It's a good thing I'm a Mega Man veteran. Jeez, what the heck? Okay, yeah, that level is not possible in multiplayer right now.
Alright, okay.
Yes. So again, more bug testing from us. We're gonna end up in the credits at this rate.
I would be okay with that.
I don't mind bug testing, honestly. I mean, it's not as bad as Kirk when he used to be the head of Ubisoft's, I wonder what happened to Kirk. He's still in the QA industry, I've heard, but...
Alright, reviews.
Ubisoft's QA department going alone in the dark in, like, The Force Awakens, or whatever the hell it is. The one with the one that Viddy glitched out, like, it corrupted really bad.
Alright, so, Crystal Tower by Gelasta. Yeah, this level did not sit well with me. While Crystal Tower is fairly linear in reality, it absolutely messed with my head for the first couple of runs, and not in the way I enjoy. This is thanks to two particular details, the main gimmick and the aesthetic, neither of which work to the level's benefit. The wall lock isn't a bad concept. It's quick enough to figure out, it's telegraphed, and the puzzles are generally alright. However, it also comes with a lot of roundabout backtracking and dead-end paths, which make it hard to tell where I was going. The dead ends might have been intended as previews of future segments, but there's enough in the levels here and now that the highlights don't really work. This is compounded by the visual aesthetic. Not only is the monochromacy dull, but the complete lack of visual variety demolished nearly all sense of visual progression for me. And maybe the walls could have used some different textures if you wanted to stick with monochrome. Combined with a low variety of enemies, several of which are shielded, and the whole thing just blended together into a linear maze of nothing. That's not to say there wasn't an attempt, though. The crystal Mets are kind of interesting. The crystals are a decent turret, and the elite Joes versus the regular Joes are one case where I could tell I was making significant progress. Unfortunately, the Mets have too much shielding. The Joes tend to desync with each other, and there's really not much variety in how they're used. Poor variety is also hit to the difficulty curve, magnifying issues with progression, just making the whole thing a slog to play. The boss was at least entertaining, even if it was visually dull, but the rest was just kind of blah, so I ultimately didn't enjoy this. This was a rather polarizing level for me, to put it one way. Nowhere is that more exemplified in the aesthetics. I'm admittedly not really a fan of color-shifting tiles due to how they can be on the eyes unless they have smooth transitions. These ones definitely didn't change my overall opinion about them. I didn't find myself alright hating them either. I think the soft color palette makes it a lot easier to take in here, so I'm at least grateful for that. Aesthetics aside, this level plays out somewhat decently, but certainly not without its faults. The core mechanic of being locked into facing one direction is rather unique, and it's integrated well with what would otherwise be normal platforming sections. There's nothing in here that's particularly challenging, but I wouldn't say that's a major issue on its own. I do think it contributes to a bigger problem, though. After the first few times I experienced the gimmick, there wasn't much left that held my interest. This isn't to say that the stage structure and room layouts are bad, rather it's all just kind of boring. Oh!
Sweetie, what? Stop. Or that's not Sweetie, who's that? Is that Lucky? I think that was...
Lucky!
Both of them are behind the monitor.
What are you doing, Lucky, huh? The custom enemies help spice things up a little bit, but seeing the same three over and over again, and the fact that they all use the same sound effect, quickly drain their novelty. Speaking of enemies, I noticed the Joe-esque knights sometimes face the wrong direction. This might be because of the gimmick interfering with how they face the player, but it's still an issue that can make them a complete non-threat. More so than anything, though, I mainly pin the level's shortcomings on the gimmick not being used to its full potential, since most of the rooms involving it just have you going from one end to the other in basic configurations. There's one exception to this where you're required to use a conveyor belt to adjust your direction, which I really wish the stage would have played around with more. Last but not least, there's the end boss. While it's just as easy as the rest of the stage, I still found it to be a decently engaging fight. I actually really like how it incorporates enemy attacks from the stage into its arsenal, as well as actually summoning an enemy without it completely derailing the fight. With how easy that sort of thing is to mess up, I have to give major kudos for this alone. If the rest of the level was up to par with this boss, I could see this being a potential favorite of mine. Unfortunately, it just turned out to be a bit disappointing instead. Spiral of the Shiny Not So Shiny! Interesting aesthetics for sure, and interesting sound design choice in making literally everything play the laser trident sound effect. That doesn't get repetitive at all, no siree! The force to face one direction gimmick is unique, I guess, but I don't think it was quite utilized as much as is needed. It's been used for one purpose alone throughout, and that's to make the player take a longer way around the Nalco so they can turn to shoot the blocks in the way. This is when you can use a conveyor belt to pick a direction you want to face as you pass the line toggle. Overall, more of an annoyance than anything. The stage is also overall on the easy side, and it gets a... Oh, I get it! You let the conveyor belt carry you through the wall while you're facing left. So you can shoot to the left. You remember that one block that you had to jump over because you couldn't figure out how to destroy it? Yeah, you were supposed to face left while riding the conveyor belt through the direction lock.
Oh, I didn't even realize lock whatever direction we're facing. I thought it was just programmed in to face a certain direction.
Yeah, that's what I thought. The stage is also overall on the easy side, and it gets a little bit mundane at times, especially when
that just means I didn't teach the mechanics very well then.
Especially when over 2/3 of the enemy roster is shielded, which doesn't help with the pacing of the level. The only real threat the level provides is its amazing nature. With everything being one power, it kind of makes it hard to navigate a distinct identity for each room. Luckily, the stage overall is fairly compact. Load time is a bit on the long side as well. We've gotten annoying to deal with at the stage, but on the harder side for sure. It has a custom boss that is somewhat unique with its design and gimmick, so that's something. Between the music and clean monochromatic visuals, this feels something like a Game Boy game, and I'm okay with that, though I'm not sure how certain elements, for example, the hidden NPC, fit the crystal theme. And call me old-fashioned, but I believe a tower should be taller than it is wide. 2 brain-bending gimmicks... Alright.
If the tower fell over, then that's not going to work the same.
Like Dascora's tower, you mean, in Drive?
Yeah, something like that.
2 brain-bending gimmicks are competing for supremacy here. I want to explore the unique movement gimmick through a series of carefully curated puzzles, but the maze aspect keeps pulling focus. By the end, I feel less like I've mastered a new gimmick and more like I've bumbled through enough loosely related challenges to get me to the exit. Miscellaneous technical issues scratch the polish. Most notably, an otherwise decent boss needs a damage flashing animation.
You need more attention. Quit hiding.
And a less comically catastrophic reaction to the player initiating the fight with Tornado Blow. What? Sometimes I forget whether the gimmick is active, which is a function of how similar the on and off switches look. And also a sign that challenges are underdeveloped. When the genuinely clever conveyor puzzle shows up is a shock. Suddenly, the time-tested tactic of walking to the end of the room and back, occasionally breaking sequence of special weapons, doesn't work. There's so much potential for wacky platforming and tricky mini-boss fights, especially with all the interesting new enemies, but fully half the level is devoted to plain challenges we've seen countless times before. And we'll see them again repeatedly, because past branch, overlap, and loop back in seemingly arbitrary ways. At least the level is relatively forgiving, save for an absence of weapon refills. I expect players will run out of patience before they run out of health. I think this would have been more successful as a totally linear level. I can see little moments of cleverness, for example, popping backward over a Joe, that could grow into something greater. This level starts off a bit screwy, and I'm disappointed this didn't really live up to that initial what-the-hell factor it had going for it. The lock direction gimmick is hard to decipher on first passes. On my initial encounter, I thought it was bugged. More work on the visuals of the gimmick would have helped, but honestly the idea is kind of neat. There's a few segments that come off as strange and novel, but I think I was expecting more puzzles. As it stands, the gimmick is barely a blip on the radar, and the back-and-forth nature of certain rooms feel like the play more like busy work than the player figuring things out. I like the new versions of Sniper Joe and Metal. They don't really carry the stage, but they're functionally more novel than their stock counterparts. The Crystal Net requires a very different strategy to deal with, and being able to blast off the Joe's shield with a charge shot makes them much less annoying to deal with. When a gimmick gets combined with the Joe's is usually when the level clicks well. The layout is all over the place, which doesn't help matters. Levels that are ultimately this linear should not be this confusing to navigate. I think my issues were down to just how samey the whole thing looks, because one part I detested about this thing is the aesthetic. Got very monotonous very quickly, not helped by unsuitable music and everything being the same color. The constantly rotating palette got very weary on the eyes. Not to become utterly unplayable, the sheer contrast in the colors just oof. We'll see what the others think. One highlight is the boss. Sure, it's simple, but it works. It's got a few neat attacks and it's fun to fight and even refight. Just a nice end to the stage. Video game. Who is this guy? A natural getaway is great for the circuits, they said. Yeah, right. These cabins don't even have Wi-Fi. How am I supposed to survive out here? I feel you, circuit man. Boss time! By Lollipop1136 and Unicolia. Oh no, it's a kitty cat. Oh no, it's a kitty cat. Kitty, kitty, kitty cat.
Oh, we're at the boss already?
Yes.
Are you there?
Yes.
Okay. It's a boss already, huh?
Yep.
Is anybody inside?
Nope.
Circuit Man. Oh yeah, I remember the name of that, like, Rush treble robot, I think. It was Remy, short for Remix.
Okay.
It's a trap. Hold on, why is this rank just sitting here? Where's the tier boss? There's a note stuck to the rank.
To whoever comes across this letter. Due to undecided circumstances, I have been forced to relinquish my role as tier boss. Feel free to take this tier rank with no strings attached.
Sus, and I don't have the music. Why is Bastion looking into the... Bastion is checking the bushes while Susie is getting the rank, I guess.
There's also no need to inform our benevolent genius host Ernest Will of these circumstances. I wish you the best in achieving a legitimate victory in this tournament. Sincerely, Tier 7 boss.
Yeah, something is sus about that. But I can't afford to fall behind the other contestants this far in. The sooner this is all over, the better. Don't just take it. Let's grab this rank and mark another tier off the list.
Alright! Tier boss time! Is that Boki from Copy Kitty?
It is! Oh no! Oh no! I heard nightmares about this boss from Copy Kitty. I didn't get that far in Copy Kitty. Is she really that bad?
I'm gonna beat you to death, meow!
Wait, tier boss? No, I'm just one of the contestants.
You're on the other side of the room before me and you're holding a tier rank. You sure look like a boss to me.
Susie's the one holding it, not me.
Or what, you just walk in with a note saying you can take the rank without a fight?
Well, actually,
Don't waste my time by playing dumb, meow.
Oh no! Is this a tsundere fight with Bastion?
I had to travel all the way from Zonkala to this planet in the middle of nowhere just to deal with a lone cyber. So I need to make my time here worthwhile. Stop holding up the robot tournament action!
Cyber Zone Ciela? What? Why are cat girls always so aggressive around?
I think Boki is a boy.
It's a boy? Oh. It says she.
Huh.
She seems pretty hardcore about the tournament. She'd accuse me of cheating if I just teleport away now. Maybe I should play along. It's a fight you want, it's a fight you'll get. To be warned, my variable weapon system could let me throw anything at you, and even use your own powers for myself.
Power copying, huh?
Somehow this still fits Bastion, yes. Okay.
And here I was thinking I was a copycat.
Don't get cocky now. I have single-handedly taken down several planet-wide... Why is this pixel? Stop! The Star Droids, Raw Moon, eye laser shooting lion men.
Come on, is that stilted exposition all you can muster?
Is this flirting? What is going on?
You know what? Forget it. Let's get this cutscene and get fighting already.
This is a very adult style, like, flirting, like, girlfriend situation.
Oh, are we gonna get weapons? Are we gonna get a new set of weapons by fighting Boki?
Trying to learn her pattern here. Whoa, what hit me? I keep being... all my charge attacks are being interrupted when I get hit. That's very annoying. I don't know if that's a special ability of hers or what's going on, but that is super annoying.
Hi, Boki. At least she's not using 3 weapons at once.
Wait, this is Mega Man 11 stuff he's doing, isn't it?
What?
Is it Mega Man 11 that had the variable gear system, whatever?
Yeah, but that was just 2 gears combined with the Robot Master weapons.
This is
Boki is
style.
Yeah, Boki is very clearly combining 2 Robot Master weapons. Ow.
This is very to fight her with 2 players because I have no idea what she's gonna do. Oh man, this is rough for 2 players. This is a... Why is the frickin' difficulty escalation like a frickin' wall all of a sudden? Jeez! Yeah, it's very hard to dodge her in multiplayer because I don't know where attacks are going. Oh no! Ah! This is a ridiculously hard boss. What the hell? This is difficulty escalation like a wall out of nowhere. She's weak to wet.
Apparently.
Cats don't like water. Bastion likes water, but he's a tiger, so...
Ooh!
No! What is this escalation in difficulty? Wow.
Gotcha!
What the heck? Bastion's a cat, he likes water, but he's tiger.
He's a tiger, yeah.
Tigers and ocelots like water. So do orange cats. Rusty loves taking a bath.
I have no idea whether or not Ritz likes water.
Ritz is an orange kitty too?
Yep.
Orange kitties tend to like water. Except Milo. Milo hates being wet. Well, then again, Milo comes and rubs on me when he's wet all the time. A Bunby catcher? Well, I guess it makes sense this tournament would have aggressive advertising.
Coming up next, an exclusive interview with not just one, but several of the tournament's top contestants. The competition is cutthroat. Only around a dozen contestants remain now, which will make our remaining competitors...
What is Susie doing behind Bastion right now? What is happening back there?
I have no idea.
Susie's doing the peanut butter jelly time.
Insight's even more valuable. starting with perhaps one of our most unexpected top-level players, Eco Unit W3 Element Man. Now, I certainly wouldn't say many expected a robot of your stature to get so far. What are your thoughts?
Somebody
Okay.
please reset his text format, or
Text font.
his font, yes.
Sorry, could you speak up a bit? I didn't quite catch that. I'm not sure if, you know what? Never mind. Apologies for whatever that was. We did promise more than just one interview. We've also secured a talk with the enigmatic Cerberus Man, who's been tearing through gauntlet after gauntlet. With barely a word, Cerberus Man, there have been quite a few rumors about why you decided to enter the tournament.
There's a Rush style head. Is that? Wait, there's a Rush style head and a Treble style head. Cerberus Man, you need some repairs there, buddy. Samuel, is your dad entering the tournament by proxy? What's going on?
Care to enlighten us and your many fans? Very well. I'm hardly in this for the cheap televised glory. Rather, I am here to fight for honor.
Ah, I see.
The
Yeah, hot dog. Yeah, makes sense.
The honor of not only myself, but for every robot throughout history has been ruined by this so-called...
Quit Rush! Oh no. Well, it's not Remy at least.
everlasting peace. A powerful choice of words there, It's not surprising many of our top competitors are in it for more than just the Zenny. A focus like that would be fairly selfish, wouldn't it? By proving my strength to the world, the strength that comes from the one to protect others, I hope to force the ones with power to reconsider their arrogance and wastefulness.
Why are you pink?
What a moving sentiment. I'd say you're well on your way to showing your stuff already, Cerberus Man.
He has the sponsorship of Tiana.
I appreciate it, but my work and our work really is far from complete. Too much of robot kind has been turned into collateral for far too long. It's high time some priorities are reevaluated.
I've seen this guy eyeing me back at the hotel. Sounds like he's in it for a good cause, but he sounds so vindictive. Wonder why.
It would seem our time is about up. Thank you for so much for your time. With that, we'll be cutting to a commercial break. When's my interview, huh? You're wasting time interviewing moral high ground chumps like this. Fossil over here, not the strongest robot in the world? Bastion, if you're watching, listen closely. I'm coming for you. Get all his ranks so we can cut through this idiocy and fight. If you don't, I'm gonna fight you anyway. Cameraman, cut this out. Gah!
Face, he's involving us too. Oh man, this just keeps getting messier and messier. Dr. Regal's still at large too. I don't like being on the defensive at times like this. Gotta keep going though, just 8 more rings to go.
Woo!
Oh, we can talk to that dude.
What dude? Oh.
It's like fire! You demanded a break. Awesome, right? Gotta love and thank that forge woman. Oh. Do we want... Wait, we're missing 2 tokens? And 3...
What? Where? Oh, right, the key card door. We never did find that key card.
Key card door? Yeah.
Oh. Hang on. Yeah, rush coil. What? Anything? No? Why is this here? Must be able to get up somewhere. Wait a second. Look at this tree.
What about the tree?
What? It totally looks like you'd be able to stand there.
I think it's just a quirk of the thing. Oh, where that? What?
I don't know. What do you have to say, Element Man? Oh, Proto Man. The moon's beautiful out here. Some people like to go fishing by the moonlight. Pity the fishing house is locked shut, but there's a spare keycard lost in the forest somewhere.
The flame weapon in the woods. What?
No! Only a fool!
Where did you even get that idea? Never mind. Wait, do we have a flame weapon?
Nope. That's magnetic.
We don't have a flame weapon.
Well, let's see if we can find it.
What is even... How do we get that?
I don't know, but I need to engage biology, so I guess you will find it while I am indisposed. Good times. Ouch.
I found it!
Oh.
It was magnetic shockwave above this dude, apparently.
Okay, well, I still need to bio, so, I don't know.
Just randomly found it, that works. It's like Teostra Bastion right now. Icy Bastion. Purple Bastion. Okay, that didn't work. She's like, hell no! Give me... Oh, you're all wet from... something. Not me. Well, you all wet! Peepers! Peepers is why you're all wet? I don't know what else I could do. It's been forever since I used to be able to do like entire songs like that. My lung capacity is decreased. Oh yes, I found the key card. It was hidden in the tree here. Okay, I'm gonna pass out if I keep doing that. I used to be able to do like the whole song when I used to practice with that for some dumb reason. I gotta take up the time somehow. I'm seeing spots from doing that. What do you mean ad break? We just did an ad break. It just got done. What are you doing? Twitch, I hate you. Fine, whatever. 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 Twitch is gonna be dumb. We literally just got done with an ad break. I'm gonna regain my breath while we're waiting. Bop, 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 bop. Yeah, that was sure like one hell of an escalation of a tier boss. Like, I can't even imagine if they're gonna get harder than that. That's gonna be a bit ridiculous. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ma ba ba ra ba ba wa ba 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 ba. Kind of wish we could add sprites for like when you're underwater. Make Bastion look kind of wet, flowing. I mean, I get into game design mode when I'm in stuff like this, just thinking about it. Man, I wish I kind of... Part of me wishes I got into the game design stuff, but at the same time, it's like, I know how freaking awful the industry is from friends that are in it. So I'm also kind of thankful I'm not involved in it. The indie scene would probably be better, but yeah. I had to refill my drink or something, but it's already full. So we're just waiting for Cerulean to get back right now. This is co-op mode. Even though co-op doesn't work all the time and breaks things like that previous level. Wop 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 wop. Sheep bop bottom bop bottom bop. Alrighty then. I'm trying to look up cute things, Reddit. Please stop giving me doom scrolling stuff. I'm trying to avoid politics. I don't care. Why is it that much? Ah, that is even worse. Don't. I said tiger. I don't want to see that. Oh, that is awful. Ba 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 da ba ba da ba. Jeep up. You there? No? I guess not. Yeah, I gotta find my old pics of Remy. I might be able to find it, hold on. I think I still have my old, like, 2000 era drawings somewhere.
Well, there's no, I can swear that. Maybe in here? Here's one of my old sketchbooks. I don't even remember. Wait, what? I don't even remember who that was. Lakota, what's the matter, buddy? I have so many old sketchbooks. Is he in there? He might be in like the really old sketchbooks. My God. All of these old sketchbooks. Wow, these are super old. No. Oh my God, I feel ancient. Let me get some of this stuff.
Alrighty. Hello?
Okay. I have no idea where the original sketchbook is, but hey. Hey, you're back.
Yeah.
Trying to see if I can find a sketch of Remy while you were up, but I could not. I found like really old Kazu and things like that. Hi, Lakota. Do you need out?
Mr.
You need out?
Coots.
You need outside? You just want me on the screen? Yeah?
Hey, Coots.
Go
Hey,
on.
buddy. Hey, buddy. Hi, Mishka. Who's your Mishka? She's a puppy.
Leave me alone.
I know where the old sketchbook is that had him in it. I just need to dig it out. Alright, so yeah, I found it was in the tree here with the magnet blast, apparently.
Okay.
Which is kind of a random place to put it, but it's kind of funny that you said, well, I'll even look for it, and I find it the second you say that, so... It's
Fish time. What?
what? What? What?
This is the headquarters of Free Fishing, proud sponsor of the tournament. Are you to volunteer? We may have the key card due.
Free fish.
Oh, about that. That's a mistake. We're technically Fresh Fishing, like the signs on the building say. Free was a typo on our promotional materials. Now we're stuck with it. Turns out a K-drone is not a good copywriter either.
That poor little bot is trying his best. We send him to the food court. Half the time he comes back without any food. I had to pick up a bunch of video games for our break room. Who knows where those ended up? We sent away for plushies and spruce up the place, and he dropped them all over the tournament grounds. One in each hub. Not upset though. It's just stuff, and stuff can be replaced. There's plenty of fish in the sea, as they say. Saying idunno is the one delivering the fish. Well,
welcome to Free Fish Inc. We do marine research and education. Think tank for fish tanks, if you will. You look like you have questions. Yes, indeed. We work for a real man who keeps the water safe from dangerous marine life. Most fish aren't really hazardous. They just like getting fresh with you. The danger is played up for the simulations. For this tournament, we're cataloging every aquatic robot we can find and determining if they're a public nuisance. We're looking for someone to do some field work for us. When we catch some sea critters, heck yeah, Dave the Diver. Anything you casually transport here, where we will assess its danger potential. We expect you to do all your fishing in the simulations. We're studying faux fish, not real fish. Although we're covered if you try to fish in the real world, everyone at a tournament signed a catch and release form. You just need a little doohickey to track your findings. Come back when it's stuffed through the gills. Marine Compendium! Relax, there's no need to rush. Life moves too quickly if you don't slow it down yourself. That's my angle, anyhow. Truth be told, I only work when I have to. Life of leisure suits me more than responding to snap distress calls. I don't mind helping folks in need. I mind when people panic over harmless things they don't understand. You want something that sorts a distress call? Step into the simulation. I'll show you real danger.
real man. There's...
The missing stuff?
We were missing how many? Weren't we missing like
1 and 2?
Or was just...
No,
okay.
1 and 2.
It's 1 and 2, yeah. Yay, lag! Oh, no, that's confusing backgrounds.
Ha!
Ah, interesting. Huh. Ah, gagala!
Up there.
Yes, up there, right in the Bastion's feet, apparently. Thanks, fish. You will be eaten later. If he can't eat you now because he is not robotic, he will go to the Mega Man universe and eat you there, I guess. Robo Sushi! Uh-oh. This might be a problem for multiplayer. Yay! I got hair in my eyes. I'll let you do this for now. I kicked up like 30-year-old dust when I was looking for my old sketchbook. It is making my eyes itch terribly. Who dinged? Oh, Rusty dinged.
Ooh!
Ah, you got it.
I didn't think they went quite that high.
We need a robo. We need an Otter Man. Where's Ace when you need him, or her, or them, or whatever the heck? Weirdness. Whee! Okay.
No!
What?
I forgot. I forgot switching back to the Buster breaks your magnet beam.
Oh, we were magnet beaming.
Oops.
It's kind of a pain that those spawn fish will knock you off the hook there, but I guess I'll just wait for them. Or not.
You gotta be fast, I think.
They only hop up under you, so... something. Wah! Oh no. That wasn't even... that was not... Ah! There's too many fish! Man, come!
You need the large net gun.
Waterman. Is that Mateo or his brother that has Waterman?
Mm.
Although I would think they probably have something more creative than that. The idea that, like, an otter tribe in the Amazon style stuff. This is a very annoying level. Has, like, technically advanced, like, smart children just because one of the people teaching them is, like, basically Lan Hikari.
Hug.
What are you gonna do to us? Well, they'll bust your viruses, I guess, and stuff. I don't know. Ah! Okay, they only jump once. That's good. This is going to be a very annoying level to co-op. Oh, there goes most of our health.
Ooh, almost got it.
That is extremely annoying. Why must the fish do so much damage? This is kind of an oddly hard level for, like, a dev level or whatever.
Yay!
Okay, good. They actually stay.
Checkpoint, please. No? Hit. Oh, that does hurt.
Well,
Really?
there goes co-op to oh, come on! Why? What is with that checkpoint? Or lack of?
Oops.
This is definitely not a level designed for co-op, jeez. I appreciate them adding co-op, but man, some of these levels are just not made for it. Like that, yeah.
I probably should have just magnet beamed.
Some of these levels are way harder in co-op than they should be.
Glad those are damage spikes. Rude enemy.
Dude, what about that? I don't like this level at all. Wow. That is some rude checkpoint. I mean, I know the dev levels are supposed to, like, test problems, common problems with stuff, but it's still kind of a little annoying. Ah! I did the co-op! You joined in! The lag in the
Oh,
no. Ah! Ah! My health. Well, I'm dead. That barely touched me, but whatever. It's not like you can co-op this segment anyways.
yeah. No! I tried to dodge it. I didn't need to dodge it. I guess.
This is kind of ridiculous. I lose patience, except I've been playing, like, Elden Ring, so I'm used to the nonsense. Like, I do remember enjoying Elden Ring, but at the same time, Elden Ring has some kind of crazy design flaws with some of the fights. Like the enemy tracking being ridiculous just for the sake of it. Enemies that can spin 180 to like 360 degrees to hit you perfectly is not exactly great boss design. Like, I know they need to make it hard for like veterans of the series, but it's still kind of just dumb to me. But again, FromSoft is kind of stuck in a corner where no matter what they do, their hardcore fans are going to be dumb about it. I mean, remember, apparently Elden Ring DLC is bad because it's Dark Souls. Even though Elden Ring is a Souls-like game, because... yeah... Oh.
Oops.
Woo! To get through it. Aya!
Those weren't death spikes. Checkpoint! And break dash.
It's a trick to get you to rev up your Buster Only run.
I guess so. I didn't realize I had break dash equipped. Oh look, snake blocks. Hey, this is a cool gimmick.
Yeah. Hi! I cannot do the thing that does the thing that does the stuff. Oh, why does it hurt me? Oh. And I'm supposed to do what about that?
Tornado blood? I don't know.
Maybe. Yaga laga 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 laga. Oh, these checkpoints are awful in this level.
Your hamburger!
Shot a little too early, I guess.
I guess. Why did you do that?
I didn't think it was going to kill me. It has no indication that it would do that. That was just annoyance. Level is way harder and more annoying than it needs to be. But again, I know a lot of the dev levels were meant to have like issues and stuff, but at the same time, I know from like MaGMML that sometimes you make levels like this just because you can make a decent, like, hard Mega Man level, and I guess, well...
okay, maybe that wasn't the brightest move.
At least they're not death spikes. Ha! Bastion being attacked. Don't attack him, fish! He can go awkward on you, and they love fish. Ow, ow, agarabu! Well, you made it. Owie, 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 what? Why did you do that?
So I could get to the token.
Don't use any abilities there. It's gonna make it an...
Idea. Oh wait, tornado blow. What?
Tornado blow hits the block.
Okay.
We can't use anything on it other than... Well, how the hell do we get this? I don't understand.
I guess
Well,
like that.
I guess co-op only? What the hell is with that token? Uh-oh. What the hell is with that token? You can't get it. Like, what? Seriously, what was with that token? You can't really get it. I don't understand what you were going for with that token. You can't really get it.
Now we're all the way back here.
Oh, I don't like this. Nope. Well, I carry you with it, but I guess not.
Fish. The fish knocked me off.
Bastion's gonna have a bunch of mecha sushi when he goes back to the Mega Man world. And then he'll make a robot buddy with his engineer, or attempt to, named Sonar or something, I don't know. Dolphin! Yes, that helps, thank you. That sure helps with the right thing.
What?
I do not like this level one bit. What is going on? There sure is some agla. Darn it! This reminds me of the what's his name level, the Bamboo Swordman level from the MaGMML. There were a couple levels like this in MaGMML that were annoyed the hell out of me. Get through it, please. Thank you. That helps tremendously. Yes, that helps. It still moved after it was dead, so I guess that doesn't really frickin' matter.
Well, Tornado Blow also turns it. Apparently.
I guess. So, it's annoying without co-op. Like, I get what it's going for, but man, it is annoying. Ow.
Oops.
Also, ow. Ow. Oh, come on! I moved to slide off of that! I hate this level so much! This is getting kind of ridiculous. It just... Ah! Are these levels purposely just designed to be challenge ones, or what? Well, the other ones weren't that bad. This one is, like, pretty darn hard for weird reasons. I mean, co-op sure doesn't help with this, but it's still... You... What? Excuse me? Screw the rules I have. Ah! Oh, that is awful! That is awful. Ow. Ow. Where's the checkpoint? Well, that was the spot to put that at the end, I guess. Oh, I'm doing G.I. Joe frickin' PSA here. Oh! What the fuck? This level. Is this supposed to be a tutorial for bad checkpoints? What is going on? Ah! I didn't even know that frickin' ladder was gonna show up until after it showed up and I died. I mean, I know sometimes Mega Man has that, but that doesn't mean it's great design. Oh!
Wait, when did my HP get so low?
You got hit by something, I guess. I... How about no? What? Barely touched the jump button, thank you very much. Oh. Checkpoint?
Oh look, checkpoint.
What?
What do you mean the level isn't over?
What? Yeah. Wow, Mega Man. I don't know why. Here, Stingray, you taste like scallops. I will eat you.
What? Oh, there was a spike there.
This sure is a level that exists. Yay! Luna! Leave him alone!
What?
I hate this! I hate this!
Oops.
Well, I know the level is not is getting like anti-fun, but throwing yourself down a pit is apparently the way to go. Luna. Oh, Rusty just kicked your butt. Stop.
Whoops!
I didn't even catch it on stream, but Rusty like completely jumped on her head. He jumped up and like started beating the crap out of her. Luna, please. I know you love the kitties and you've been like super protective of them since Oreo died, but I hate this level so much! We can't even like... Maybe we can.
Bye. Nope.
Bye. Bye, yeah, bye, I guess.
That sure is a jump.
Why is this level such freaking CBT, but I hate it. Ah!
I see no cognitive behavioral therapy here. Whoops.
That is ginger orange kitty butt problem there, right there. Thank you for laying on the controller. Is it because I can stop Luna right away, or what? Could have used that where I could grab that.
Ah!
Well,
go, 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 go!
I mean, I'm
Uh-oh.
here. There's no checkpoint. How about no?
Tornado blow.
I despise this level so much! Why does it have to be such ass? Please! Level, please! Oh, I hate this. Just let me get through with it already. Why did that push me into the pit? The magnet beam pushed me into the pit. What the heck is even happening? What? The checkpoint. No. The checkpoint. No! Why is there no checkpoint? I hate this so much! What is this level? Why?
This level needs a skip gate.
Yes, it does! want to play Kaizo Mega Man. Thank you very much. Can we not? I guess that's a why? Just why? I know there's levels to like test judging and stuff, but this is kind of like a bit ridiculous. I'm guessing this is supposed to be.
Sorry.
Well, this is supposed to be like the secret Kirby and like Donkey Kong levels or something. Ow! Yeah, I get hit right away, of course. Well.
Should have just popped an E-tank or something.
The level is anti-fun. I hate this.
Oh, good energy.
Even playing solo, this would be a pain in the ass. Thanks. I'll take
Lucky
it.
you.
If you think I'm dealing with your shit, you're out of your mind. Please! Where is the checkpoint? Checkpoint. Oh. Why did it keep going? I hate you. I hate you. I hate.
Okay, Kefka.
I have fury.
Okay, Fawful.
What even is this?
I don't know. We made it! That's not a lot of stuff to be given. Guess it doesn't matter that much. The boss is neat, at least.
Yeah.
You did it! That took half an hour.
I hated it! Oh god! Why?
Really, Pyro? Okay, so we can go fishing for fish spots, I guess. In all of the levels.
I guess.
Yeah. But yeah.
I think that's it for tonight.
Yep. Next time, tier 8, I guess.
I love
Video
fishing, but I don't
game.
love that level. Why? Is it just supposed to be like a Kirby slash Donkey Kong level at this point? I mean, I get it if that's the point of it, but oh my god, I hate it. Like, I appreciate the design behind it, there being a challenging Mega Man level. I get it, but I also hate it. I love it, but I hate it. It's just the thing. Of course, it doesn't help when you have an orange goblin like taking up both your arms here.
Rusty buddy. You're such a kitty.
Here, orange goblin.
Hey buddy.
There he is, the orange goblin.
Kitty.
Ooh, I find a spot. I found a spot. Ooh, I found a spot. Ooh.
Happy kitty.
Oh my goodness, I found a spot. Alrighty. Well, that's going to be it for me until Monday. Maybe Tales of Vesperia, maybe something else. We'll see.
I will probably be back tomorrow with Xenoblade.
Yep. I'm going to be working tomorrow because I haven't even made $200 yet this week, so we'll see. Which sucks because I need to wait for Grubhub to reactivate me, then I'll be able to make more money again. Because you can't do it with just one app. I will probably not take the cigar shop job just because I can't breathe in cigarette smoke. Even though it's like it's like super fancy chef, like multi-star chef running the place who wants to take me under his wing and train me, but I can't stand the smoke unless I might ask them and see if like maybe the back room with the like the cooking is away from the cigar smoke. Then maybe I'll do it, but we'll have to see. I just love that apparently people witnessing me and like eating my food at just the pizza shop liked it so much that they want to like train me to do like really fancy stuff. So, hey. All right. Well, that's gonna be it for me. I'll see you later. Everyone, stay well, be well. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.